What horrifying realization did you make way too late? I always thought James was the most stable person in our friend group. We'd been close since high school, and when my life fell apart after my divorce, he was the one who let me stay in his guest room for as long as you need, man. 3 weeks turned into 3 months, and though I'd offered to pay rent, he always refused. The realization started with something simple. I was looking for a charger in his desk drawer. He told me I could use anything in the house. When I found a prescription bottle with my ex-wife's name, Melissa, on it, antidepressants. That was weird. Maybe she'd left them here during one of our game nights before the divorce, but the date on the bottle was from last week. I put it back, feeling uncomfortable. That night, I noticed how James kept checking his phone during dinner, smiling at texts. When I asked who he was talking to, he just said, "No one important." I remembered he'd been doing that a lot lately. The next day, I came home early from a job interview to find Melissa's car parked down the street from James's house. I sat in my car, confused, wondering if I should confront them, but I drove around the block instead, coming back an hour later when her car was gone. I told myself there could be an innocent explanation. I started paying more attention. James had been disappearing on weekends lately. He'd been the one to console me most after Melissa left, telling me she was unstable, that I was better off without her. He knew all the details of our fights, our problems. I told him everything. Things got clearer when I overheard him on the phone in the backyard. "He doesn't suspect anything," he said quietly. "Just a few more weeks until the house sale closes, then we don't have to sneak around." My stomach dropped. Melissa and I were still settling our assets, including selling our former home. I started digging. In his browser history, I found emails between them going back 8 months, 2 months before she even asked for the divorce. In one, she wrote, "I feel guilty about Michael. He trusts you so much." James had replied, "He'll never know. Trust me. I'm making sure he thinks it's all his fault." They had been planning this, using me, manipulating me. James had been encouraging me to give Melissa a better settlement just to be done with it. He'd been telling her everything I'd confided in him. I confronted him when our other friends were over for our weekly poker game. I didn't plan it that way, but when he started his usual speech about how Melissa was bad news, something in me snapped. I connected my phone to his TV through the streaming device and played the recording I'd made that morning. James on a call with Melissa, laughing about how I was such a sucker for staying at his place while they were together at my old house. The room went completely silent as his voice filled it. "Once he signs those final papers next week, we'll have everything." The idiot still has no idea. The look of shock on James's face as he turned and saw everyone staring at him. Saw our friend Eric standing up with his fists clenched. 5 years of friendship shattered in an instant.